Dr. N. Ambarian, the Chancellor of the University and Founder President of the Group of Institutions, Dr. Rajesh, Director, Dr. N. Pandian, Principal, Vice Principal, Dean, distinguished faculties of this institution, and most importantly, dear graduates of the day. Some of their parents who are present here, persons from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure for me to be here to address the graduates of Saveetha Engineering College, which is autonomous and affiliated to Anna University. I have been learning about Saveetha group of institutions for quite some time in various fora, being at the helm of technical education for quite some time. I am aware of your nice progress, your commendable growth, and more importantly, growth not only in terms of quantity, but quality also, which makes me come here this afternoon to be with you. Friends, I have been always saying that for a country like India, quantity alone, though we need it very badly, will not make much of a difference to the progress of the country unless it is accompanied by commensurate quality also. If we have focused only on producing more and more larger and larger number of graduates, then somewhere we miss their potential to the growth of the country to the extent we expect it to be. And therefore I have been always promoting that quantity and quality have to go together. I have been a formal student of quality. Out of about 400 papers which I published, about 150 are specifically devoted to quality. And as a former student of quality, I know for sure quality does not deteriorate if you grow by itself. Quality decays if you do not attend to it. You can certainly grow with quality not deteriorating, with quality also increasing, and that is the mantra for this country's educational institutions, administrations, that we have to bear in mind that quantity and quality have to go together. If we focus only on quality, we will take centuries to educate the youth of this country. If we focus only on quantity, then we will produce the graduates which may be more of a liability than an asset to the country, which is again not required. And therefore, the critical balance is how do you achieve a fine tuning between quantity and quality. And as a student of quality, I can say with all the confidence that it is possible to do it, provided we mean that we have to do it. And I've seen very big universities in the world giving very good quality. I've also seen the smallest institutions going down the drain. So I personally feel there is no direct correlation between quantity and quality. You have to focus on both and achieve both. I am Chairman National Board of Accreditation, and therefore fortunately now the Government of India also assigns me the work of quality monitoring of the institutions. It is very rare in this country that you get the work which you love to do, but somehow I got it. And I have been saying every day, when you are looking for accreditation, and I was very happy when I read that your institutions are NAC accredited, you are NBA accredited, and you are a quality institution in the good sense of the word. But it also surprises me that in this country, NAC and NBA put together have not been able to cover more than 20% of the institutions in the country. Now that's not a very healthy picture, that 80% institutions in this country know fully well that they are not quality institutions. They don't even dare to apply for accreditation. They are so sure that they are not worthy of accreditation. Now this kind of scenario where parents and children are sort of forced to make the children study in the institutions which are known to be non-quality is something which worries me, which troubles me. And I always believe quality has to be generated on day-to-day work. Quality has to be put into your blood. Quality has to be simulated. Quality is not a layer of paint after you build the house, then you give some courses on quality and quality comes. That doesn't happen. And in National Board of Accreditation, we have brought a new concept to this country, which is outcome-based education. Meaning thereby that we don't really believe so much in this, that if I teach an engineering student so many mathematics, so many physics, so many chemistry, so many engineering, so many humanities, then he or she does become a good graduate engineer. That's not our way of working. Our way of working is an engineer must have these attributes: ethics, communication with society, solution to complex problems, applying science to engineering. So we have listed 12 graduate attributes at the level of the world. It's a consortium of 21 countries which we called as Washington Accord, which has listed these 21 attributes which must be followed by every engineering graduate. And when we accredit the institutions, our focus is to ensure, has the institution ensured these attributes being followed by the, being achieved by the graduates. So that is outcome-based education. I have a very simple definition of outcome-based education. Whenever you are given 1 hour lecture, your teacher also has to answer and you have also to answer, why did I study this? Why did I teach this? If I can't answer this question, that I taught this topic of mathematics to the students of mechanical engineering, if I can't convince myself that it will help them to become better mechanical engineers, then it is not outcome-based education. Outcome-based education is any hour of effort must be able to answer why that has been done to ensure that this particular hour was necessary to make him or her a better mechanical engineer or civil engineer or whatever the case may be. And therefore, I was very happy to notice a placard on the entrance of your auditorium which says outcome-based education is the backward curriculum design. I read this outside your auditorium and I'm very impressed by this language. See, we have been designing curriculum, sitting in the conference hall, sitting 10 professors designing curriculum, not worrying about what the student needs. Outcome-based education is, your first concern is write on a piece of paper what does the student need. And then see, for this requirement of the student, I must teach him or her this. To make him or her understand this, I must teach this. To make him understand this, I must teach this. And that is how you design the curriculum. If you do that, that is outcome-based education. And I very strongly believe that leads to quality of the engineering graduates. So friends, I'm so happy that you are following it to a good extent, and I'm sure with the coming years, you will follow it more and more. I first of all would like to convey my congratulations to the graduating students. As a matter of fact, graduated students, they are already in job, I think almost 100% of them. But you have come to the convocation as a solemn occasion. But you are in job, you are alumni of this institution, and once I am here today, I thought I will convey to you some few points which will be useful to you for your work as professional engineers when you are working in the field. Friends, number one is an engineer, with whatever branch you have done, after 20 years, you may not be doing that branch of engineering at all. You may be doing some general engineering, you may be doing some management, you may be doing some administration, you may be doing some planning. Therefore, do not restrict yourself always to the thought process that I am a mechanical engineer, therefore I must remember mechanical engineering all the time. Thank you. This may not be the case. You might have to apply different branches of engineering. Not only that, you might have to apply different branches of knowledge. Very rarely we have seen that a single discipline institution, single discipline graduate rises to the highest levels. You have to be multidisciplinary to rise to the highest level. And a beautiful article says, today's graduate must have a T-shaped personality. And from the T-shaped personality, the author means, while you acquire the depth of knowledge in one subject, you must acquire breadth of knowledge in several subjects. If you acquire depth of knowledge in one subject only and not breadth of knowledge in several subjects, then somewhere down the line we find that your potential is not fully utilized. I like to give you an example. You will all agree that Google is one of the largest computer organization in the world, most popular. Most of you use it every day of your life. As a matter of fact, every hour of your life, and so on and so forth. And I'm sure you know who heads Google today. It's Sundar Pichai from Indian education system, an Indian engineer, not from an IIT, not from an NIT, but from a normal private engineering college. But more than that, what I want to tell you is, which I'm sure most of you don't know, he's not a computer engineer, he's not an electronics engineer, he's not an IT engineer, he's not an electrical engineer, he's a metallurgical engineer. A metallurgical engineer heads the largest computer organization in the world. That is the beauty of multidisciplinarity. So please remember, you have to be an engineer first and then specialist engineer. And even before becoming an engineer, you have to be a good human being first. If you are not a good human being, you will never be a good engineer and you will never be a good super specialist. National education policy has been just announced a year ago, and one of the requirements we have therein is that we will produce ideal global citizens to the extent possible. Because unless you are a good human being, I always consider it as a multi-story house. You have to be, foundation is good citizen, ground floor may be good engineer, first floor may be good mechanical engineer, second floor may be good refrigeration engineer. Our focus became on second floor, that we will produce good refrigeration engineer. We gave very little attention to first floor, that good mechanical engineer, and we forgot about the ground floor, that he should be a good engineer, and more so, he should be a good human being. That doesn't work out in society. Society definitely works that your foundation has to be good, then for first floor, then second floor, then third floor. So this may please be kept in mind by you when you are working in your profession, and I wish you will be able to do that. Second point which I thought I'll tell you is, right in the history of knowledge generation, we have believed and we have been made to believe that if you are good in your left half brain, you will become a good mathematician, you will be able to do good analytical studies, good engineer, so on and so forth. If you have a good right half brain, you will become good painter, good language person, good dancer, good artist, and so on and so forth. Well, friends, world now expects you to utilize both halves of the brain. Whether you are an engineer or a dancer is expected to be computer savvy, and an engineer is expected to be creative every day, and therefore you have no option now to give rest to half of your brain. You will have to use both the halves of your brain every day of your life to rise to the level which we expect you to rise, and therefore every engineer will have to be creative and innovative every day of life. And friends, innovation is not a course which you can study and get a great credit and become innovative. Innovative is a habit which you will have to acquire. Can you do something new? Can you do something different? Can you do something more useful to the society? Keep on asking these questions to yourself, and you will find great innovative examples in this world, which some of you will definitely be able to. Friends, I also make you realize that interdisciplinarity is so very important, and you will have to follow it. I remember one case which I will like to encounter. You know, all the cars today, all the reasonably good cars today come with an air balloon in the dashboard. That in case of an accident, the balloon will come out. It will be an interface between you and the dashboard, and you will be saved of critical injuries. A lot of research was done all over the world how to design an air balloon which is big enough to come between you and the dashboard, and which is small enough which could fit into the dashboard. Please understand an engineering problem. We want it to be big enough, and we want it to be small enough to fix in the dashboard. Millions and billions of dollars of research was sent in mechanical engineering, automobile engineering to see that it happens. Success was nowhere to be seen. One fine day, one automobile engineer found that his 6-year-old daughter is playing origami. And those of you who have heard origami or seen origami, it's a game in which a piece of paper is folded in a very scientific manner and becomes a nice toy or nice pillar or something. And to unopen it, you just open it and it becomes a plain piece of paper again. That is the game of origami. Automobile engineer immediately felt, if I could take the large balloon, fold it like origami, put it to the dashboard, then the only engineering I require is that in the case of an impact, air from the compressor should go to the balloon and blow it up. So you are small enough to come into the dashboard, and immediately on impact it gets blown and becomes large enough, and it happens. Why the point which I am trying to say is the solution to an engineering problem came from a child artist. And therefore we say engineers cannot afford to close their eyes, to close their ears. You have to be always keep them open to see what best can they do. Taking this example further, a doctor who was a gastrointestinal doctor, there is a disease which I may not know technically, where your portion of intestine has to be cut to remedy the disease. Because there is no method to apply medicine to the inner side of the intestines. A doctor read this origami story and he felt, if I could put some medicine, coat with a paper and fold the paper to fit into a capsule and ask the patient to swallow the capsule, and the only chemical engineering I need is that this capsule should be dissolvable only by the fluid which is present in the intestines and nowhere else. So they made the patient eat the capsule. Capsule will open up only in the gastrointestinal fluid. Once the capsule opens, the sheet will come. The sheet has no other place to go but to embrace the intestine, and many patients could be recovered without surgery using this simple technique. So when it comes to real solution of problems, it is not only different branches of engineering putting together, it's engineering and medical put together, engineering and arts putting together, engineering and social sciences put together. Latest problem, if I say COVID, could it be a purely medical problem? Certainly not. You need economists to handle it, you need hunger specialists to handle it, you need social scientists to handle it, you need medical researchers to handle it, and many of you may not know that the medical research does not depend only on doctors today. It depends a lot on computer scientists, artificial intelligence, data science, and drug delivery design today has taken less than 20% of the time it used to take 5 years ago because of the contributions of artificial intelligence and data science. So friends, you are graduating, you are in job, you will change jobs soon. When I and people of my age joined a job, we always expected to join a job and retire from that job. Today's graduate statistics tell us changes about 10 jobs during his or her lifetime. So the challenge with us in the educational institutions is to prepare you for 10 jobs, which neither you know nor we know. Now to prepare you for unknown 10 jobs, that is the challenge. And therefore the only solution is for you to start learning yourself every day. And unless you learn yourself, you will be left behind. Curriculum of the college can never take you forward to the extent which we love to be. And history is replete with this country. You see the number of YouTubes which are being produced every minute in the world to give you knowledge. That's a unique opportunity for you to take up. There are things which are totally changed during these 2 years. I invariably say, there was a time I understand you run a school also. There was a time when the teachers will tell, how the hell you dare bring mobile phone to the school. Now the same teacher tells, why the hell you can't even bring a mobile phone to the school? How do I teach you? So situation keeps changing. You will have to adapt to the situation. Keep your ethics as the highest value. Keep your multidisciplinarity at the highest value. And the National Education Policy says all of us will have to be creative, will have to be collaborators, will have to be good communicators, will have to be good solution to complex problems. The problems which come in the examination hall, which you have passed and cleared, will not come in the life's examination. Life's problems are certainly different than examination hall problems, and therefore you have to be very creative to finally do that. And my dear students, finally remember, a problem has several solutions, and many a times you have to pick up one of those which may be the best solution and may not be the best under the circumstances. Solutions are contextual, solutions are temporal, and you will have to find what is best for you in that particular situation. That's a capability which our engineers must have. Many of you are from communication disciplines, and if you know Shannon's theorem, you must have read in communication, and Shannon could give Shannon's theorem only because he got a degree in mathematics as well as in electrical engineering. Had he not got 2 degrees together, I am sure he might not have come with Shannon's theorem. The communication theory might not have been what it is today. So please remember, talk to each other, talk to the people of different disciplines, and then try to find solutions to the problem. If you don't find solution to a problem, do not keep talking only to your friends which you talk every day. Try talking to a person on the street, maybe you find a solution there. Try talking to your mother, father, brother, neighbor, somewhere. You may find the solution of a problem where you least expect it to be. And that property should be there with you. Having been here this evening, invited by your college, given me this honor, I wish you all the best in your personal life, in professional life, and I'm very hopeful that some of you will certainly do us pride in this country. Wish you all the very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. That was the most informative and interactive talk. And we once again thank you so very much for differentiating the quality and quantity and the necessity to build the outcome-based quality education. We are so glad to find that we are already in the process of doing it.